County Superior Court working to remove illegal online audio postings of West trial. Live audio of proceedings are available through the court's website, but any rebroadcasting, republication, or streaming of the proceedings on other platforms are against a court order and are illegal. Judge Charles Bremer reminded attendees of the order at the beginning of the Thursday afternoon session. His order was reiterated via many sources. A capture of this was posted on Twitter. It reads as follows. Judge Bremer began this afternoon session of the trial by reminding everyone that it is illegal to rebroadcast a court's live stream of the proceedings. This is the website which the proceeding was being streamed from. Let's read what its instructions state before allowing us to view the video and audio player. Users of the court's audio streaming service are reminded of the general prohibition against the photographing, recording, and rebroadcasting of court proceedings, including those held by telephone or video conference. See California Rule of Court 1150 and this court's standing order number 19-0005. Any recording of a court proceeding is absolutely prohibited without a court order. Violation of this order of the court is punishable as contempt pursuant to Code of Civil Procedure 1209. You must scroll down past that disclaimer before reaching the source of the stream. There's no way you can miss it by mistake. Here, let's look at how the website looks when you open it. As you can see, when the site is pulled up, the disclaimer is large with no clutter or distractions around it. It is undeniable that it is seen before reaching the bottom to hit the button for the live streaming of the proceeding. The judge, court system of Kern County and the state of California made it crystal clear. No rebroadcasting. But the court has evidence that some people did not adhere to the lower rules of the court while they chose to rebroadcast the proceeding. Those people are now in contempt as stated in the Codes of Civil Procedure. Today, we're going to take a look at one of those who admittedly rebroadcasted the proceeding while being told by hundreds of live comments that it was not permitted. Thank you for joining me in the arena today for this special presentation. This video was created under the Fair Use Act of 1976, Section 107 for entertainment, research, learning, teaching, and commentary purposes. I have omitted the sound and am only showing a brief clip of the stream being rebroadcasted for documentary purposes. We will now move on to explanations given by the streamer as to why.
And yes, we did read on Petty Patty. We read the orders right here online. We read both of them out loud. But you're more than welcome to look them up yourself and reread them. And one thing that was very noticeable is it says in the courthouse, and it talks about recording equipment inside the courthouse, but it's still all up to the judge's discretion as to whether they're going to broadcast audio or not. The audio is being broadcast from their courtroom.
The judge did make his decision. This is why research must be done by standards. If one doesn't understand the law, it is their responsibility to reach out to someone who does. We cannot make up laws to fit our narrative or desires.
So, also, with that being said, what was it? It said that it can be. I have it right here. Where is it? I just read it. I still have it up here. And here's what it says. If you guys actually read the standing order, the actual standing order that they reference, which is 19-0005, it says, by order of the presiding judge, this order shall supersede all previous standing orders related to media activity and the use of recording or photography devices in the courthouse facilities. I'm not in the courthouse facilities first and foremost. The purposes of this standing order is to protect all persons with business in the Superior Court of California, County of Kern County Courthouse and court facilities to ensure the safety, secure, and orderly conduct of hearings, trials, and other court proceedings and to facilitate the safe, secure, and efficient handling of court business. Prohibition. It says prohibition, number 1 on here, on this order, if somebody would have read it. It says photographing, recording, and broadcasting in courthouse facilities, again, not in courthouse facilities, in courthouse facilities of Kern County Superior Court shall be conducted solely pursuant to California Court Rule 1.150. And if you go over to Court Rule 1.150, it says it gives the courts the discretion. It gives the judge. The judge has the discretion over what can be heard and seen and what they will broadcast and what they won't broadcast.
Again, the judge announced the prohibitions before the proceeding started. This is what happens when you're trying to stream several different cases at once for numbers and then leave them to play for hours while you go on outings throughout your town. This is also what happens when you don't understand how to interpret legal documents correctly.
And standing order. This order applies to the action of media, parties, lawyers, court employees, court security, and general public in taking, broadcasting, and or publication of sound and visual recordings of court proceedings, including the movement of all individuals and parties to and from such proceedings, both still and moving, whether in analog, digital, or film magnet tape, and by other means of recording and or storage. Consistent with the case law of California Court Rule 1.150, no photographs, video recordings, or audio recordings may be taken anywhere in any courthouse facility with any device capable of photographing, recording, broadcasting, unless permitted by an order of the court. Photographing, recording, or broadcasting any court proceedings from within Kern County Superior Court. You guys understand what within means, right? I'm not in Kern County.
Somebody pinch me. This can't be real life. Is she really trying to run a narrative that it only applies to persons physically in the courtroom? Surely she knows better. I just can't. Shaking my head. We're going to look at comments from both sides before we finish, right after this word salad.
Kern County Superior Court facilities is permitted only if specifically authorized by the judge presiding over the involved proceedings in an order on media request to permit coverage, Judicial Council Form MC 510.
My reasoning for showcasing her reading through that entire recorded document was for documentation purposes, that she was fully aware of the rules. In my experience, sometimes people try to present the defense that they didn't know.
I am not there. I am only taking the broadcast that they are publishing themselves, i.e., that is the order of his courtroom. He's broadcasting it. That is it. I'm not in Kern County. This is the order that they're referencing in that notice, that general notice that they put on everything. So he has the power to put it out or not put it out.
And you have the power to research the technicalities before you start, or to choose to be in contempt. The reason you have this recorded document is because a mass number of people were trying to send you proof that what you were doing was illegal.
According to this order, the issuance of an order for media, an attorney, a party, or a member of the public is within the discretion of the judge presiding over the involved proceeding. Each judge shall exercise his or her discretion as to what may or may not be appropriate or necessary to balance and protect the rights of litigants, witnesses, victims, the public, and the media. There is no right to a hearing if a judge denies the request. There's no right to the hearing. The hearing is going on.
I do not speak for everyone. I merely present the facts. However, I do have the right to express my personal opinions. Ma'am, you have absolutely no business in true crime nor around any case involving children. Your lack of regard is overwhelming, and lack of knowledge in the law field is deplorable. Your obtuse cognition is embarrassing to the rest of us with verifiable legal backgrounds. That's my opinion.
The judge himself is publishing this hearing. It's all being handled by the courts. So that is the order if somebody would have opened it and actually read it.
Help me out, friends. Was it really that difficult to understand, or was this a case of no regard? It was straightforward to me and could only be misconstrued if one had an ulterior motive or agenda, in my opinion.
So far, I have not seen any other order from the court. Even on the docket, I don't see it listed. I don't see a link to it. The reason why other people aren't broadcasting it is because they didn't read the order.
No. The reason they're not broadcasting it is because they did read the order. They wish to abide by the laws set forth and did not wish to be in contempt for streaming it. Furthermore, their regard to not orchestrate a mistrial is commendable, and I thank those who followed the laws of this court.
Facebook group with the biological family, and they are in court every day and are saying it's against the rules. But yeah, Betty, then send me the link. You guys have my emails. I'm asking for the link if it is against the rules, and I find a rule that says that, but I have a problem here. I read the orders.
I would love to know the reason she thinks it's others' responsibility to get her the documentation that she should have had herself before clicking that button to stream. You're the creator. That's your job to find. The viewers actually didn't have to tell you anything, but they care about the children. In this case, something obviously lacking from anyone who would think it's a good idea to stream for views, in my opinion.
Scrutinizing me, and I don't know when they're going to get it. We read the court order. We just read the court order aloud. Can you send me the link, Jennifer? An article? Something that I can reference besides a bunch of roaches in here saying that it's wrong?
I think it's time we address who the roaches actually are. I'll be dropping a video of full comparisons on the different types of groups. Be on the lookout for it. In the meantime, I attest that it was not those willingly notifying you that you could be causing a possible mistrial. Child advocate, huh?
Because everybody keeps sending me the same exact thing, and clearly nobody's read the order that's attached that they're referencing. Public interest in the trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West has forced the Kern County Superior Court to accommodate an online audience with it. The issue's sidestepping court media guidelines. It doesn't say anything you guys are saying that this article says. Literally nothing. And then we have Charo sending me the same thing again. Read the court order. So that was the article about how they had increased licensing. Did anybody even read that article? It literally says nothing that it is not allowed to be streamed.
You're lying and stalling while you try to think of more outlandish excuses that allow only you to stream this. Friends, don't forget the website I showed you earlier that she had to pass over the actual rules before she chose to click stream at the bottom of the page. We know that you know.
Has implemented restrictions for what is allowed to be recorded. There are no cameras allowed for witnesses and testimony, but audio is streamed through Kern County Superior Court website. Data said they're well aware of illegal streaming of the proceeding on platforms and will bring it to the court's attention. The illegal stream. Data said they're well aware of illegal streaming of the proceeding on platforms and will bring it to the court's attention. The illegal streaming. Who's saying that this is an illegal streaming of the service? West trial is taking place at Department 4, Kern County. You can listen on the trial in this session. You guys are assuming that this is an illegal stream of the service. That's what your assumption is.
Wrong again. Knowledge and understanding of the laws are not assumptions. Assumptions are what you do when you think that you're privileged and can do whatever you feel like doing. When you assume that your assumption is correct, you make an ass out of yourself. Just saying.
Lord have mercy. This did not say what you guys said it was. Several YouTubes have their videos taken down on the first few days of trial. Well, then let them take my video down. So, I'm pretty sure everybody under the sun has already called the courthouse and wasted plenty of judicial resources to let them know about Bullhorn Betty. I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay. So, are you streaming the audio? Yeah, I'm streaming the audio. You streaming the audio? Yeah, I'm streaming the audio. That is exactly what I'm doing. And I also called in there and told them exactly what I was doing, and they walked me through the process to open it.
You're intentionally lying to your subscribers. We all know the court system did not give you special permission. They walked you through the process of listening to it yourself, which you were allowed to do. You know you weren't permitted to stream it, but thought no one would find out. And that's my opinion.
So I don't understand, and until somebody can let me hear what the judge has said, I'm going off the orders that are listed on that sheet, and each and every one of you that sent it to me can go and look up those orders yourself and read them, and read what they said. You call the court and get clarification. I've already called the court. Why am I going to call the court to justify myself to a bunch of new people in my chat that I have never met before in my life?
Wow, this is another reason your number never grows. The people you've never seen before are your potential future subscribers and should be treated with the same presence of yourself that you would give a long-time follower. But we're the roaches. I'd never treat someone new with any less respect.
Can you explain that to me? Have you guys thought about calling the court?
You're the one streaming. I'm getting a headache listening to this mess.
Then show me the order. I love this person. Never seen this person before in my life. But can somebody send me the order? The orders are people can listen in private, not stream it. Send me the order that says that.
Yes. Hurry, everyone. Do all the leg work for her while she sits in bed pulling on that vape like it's a lifeline. She's already seen the disclaimer on their website. What you see now is someone getting nervous that so many people caught her. Her chat is filled with people trying to tell her to stop.
If there's a court order, then it's got to be floating around somewhere. But getting back to this, what time is it? Because I need to go over to my neighbors. So I'm going to let you guys sit, and we're going to stream it, and I'm going to show you that they never got to take it down, that it's streaming just fine, and then we can put this whole mess to bed.
So absolutely no care at all for these children nor their justice. What she just said is that she's leaving her home, going to let it stream while she's not even there, and she doubles down that she isn't going to lose views. When you stream trials, you stay with your audience for discussion. It's not a cable TV show. It's also not a way to push views for a paycheck. However, you've been doing this for over a month now. Ma'am, when you went to your MAGA event, your stream ended. It played your home pages within your computer on the screen for hours. You should really be more careful with that type of information. Some may have gotten pics of what all was displayed. Just saying. Wink.
So I will be back in just a few. Being that you are... I don't have time for this. Anybody that's a smart aleck in here, get them out of the chat, because right now they're giving me a headache. They're absolutely giving me a headache. I'll stay streaming. Okay. Go eat and relax for a few. You're going to ruin this for everyone who has been waiting since December. That's your opinion, Mama. I'm following the rules. I've got the court orders right here, so I'm waiting for somebody to send me their court order. Yeah, so I'm going to go eat. You guys can sit. All the haters can sit and stew. And like I said, we've already got several people that are on here that are calling the courts anyways. We've got one of our friendlies calling the courts to confirm, and we got plenty, I'm sure, about 100 other people calling the courts to tattle and warn Betty. So if I can't do it, I'm pretty sure the courts will call me back on my phone to let me know from the person I just spoke to earlier today.
Yes, there's billions of people in this world, hundreds of thousands following this case across the world. But they are going to give you a personal phone call from the court in California to let you know if it's legal or not. Because you're the only one not required to read the disclaimer that is posted on the same page that the stream is. You obviously didn't have any trouble finding that button though, huh? Sit down somewhere.
Well, I called in, so they got my phone number. They can call me if there's any problems. That's the way I look at it, right? And still, so far, we've been sitting here talking and yapping about this and taking away from the conversation about what happened while we go through this, and still yet not one email has come in with the order, and still searching. I keep hitting search, nothing. Check my email. I checked my email, nothing. And I just think that was funny because they were lucky. They came in here and tried to twist this all up and around, and then the live went down, and I didn't realize it was for lunch. And my heart went in my chest because I was like, I went through everything I was supposed to go through this morning. That's why it started late. I didn't realize there was a process I could go to get this, and they walked me through it. So there we have it. This is day 5 of the trial. Hey, I'll be over in just a second. The court hearing just went on lunch break, so I got to talk to my audience a bit. Okay, I'll be over there shortly. We might have to take a short lunch break too. Lunch is ready. The neighbor just called. Made meatloaf. I love meatloaf. I see California court. I'll read this all to you, and then we'll make a determination whether we're going to move forward with the. Otherwise, I'll record it and rebroadcast it later. If the requirement's not to have it as it's going on, we'll do it a different way, because I don't see how news organizations are taking clips out if you can't rebroadcast it.
She will record it and then put it back up later because she will get around it one way or another. That statement is very important for people to hear her say because it's proof that she cares nothing about the children. This is a game to her. I am also left wondering if the ethnicity of these children play a part in the blatant disregard for their justice based off documented facts from her. Or is it just that the true self has finally emerged and can't be hid anymore? Let me know what you think in the comments.
That doesn't make sense. That means any court hearing is in violation of that. Again, it does not make sense. It says camera rules, judges use discretion when allowing cameras and other recordings in their courtroom. So this may be the general rule. And just like we deal with Leilani, every time we go in there, they vote on whether we can have rights to play or record or audio or visual before that hearing. They're going to be going through it again in the morning before we get started. They're going to rule on who and how and everything like that for the general rule. So that's a general rule that basically says that he has the discretion. So now let me go to the court rule. And the order, Court Standing Order 1905, it says, all orders supersede all previous standing orders related to media activity, use of photography, recording and photography devices in the courthouse facility. I'm not in the courthouse facility. This is saying that I can do it. So I don't know where the justification that this is. I'm reading it, and it's basically saying that if I was in the courthouse, I can't be bringing in media equipment and recording it without last warning, or you will be timed out or blocked. If people don't, she is reading what the court put out. I'm reading verbatim what the court put out. What was sent to me was this from the district judge. It says right there.
She's showing the website and exact page that the stream is located on. She had to go here to stream the audio, but is acting like she's just then seeing it. She says it is saying anyone else in the world can stream it, just not people actually in that courtroom. Folks, this is the same page I showed you all earlier. I'm having trouble trying to figure out how anyone follows this shit show. Excuse my language, but I can't think of a better representation for what we're seeing.
Metro Division, Department 4. It lists right here the court, the rules of Silverboard. Hold on, pull it back and maybe it'll. It looks like it's backwards for some reason. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys or if you guys can read it. Maybe I need to mirror my image for this. But it says right here, California Rule 1.15. I just read it all to you, literally verbatim. I'm literally looking at the order and read it to you guys verbatim. And it even gives you, and this court standing number 19-0005. maybe you guys should actually read the orders you guys are referencing. That might be your first problem, is you're not reading what's being put out. You're just assuming what's in it. So unless the judge has an actual order in this particular matter, otherwise of what this is saying, it's not saying, it's basically saying if I'm inside a courthouse. I am not inside a courthouse. Thank you. I will be back. Actually, let me pull this down.
She then left the stream open while she left her home to go eat lunch and whatever else, like she always does. After about an hour, I checked on the stream again and it was gone. But don't worry, I have the original link. Let's see if it was taken down or removed. So this tells me she put it on private for a couple reasons. 1. So no one could report it. 2. So she won't lose views for her plan to put it back up like she has mentioned. And 3. Because it's not about the children. It's about those numbers. Let's look at some of the comments she received. If you choose to endorse and encourage this behavior, you will be made famous over here because we want to know who to keep over there. None of it is doxed. It was on a public platform. Let's see some of these caller responses while people were warning her about the laws. Hope you found this useful in your research. Much love from the exposure arena. Don't forget to strike that like and let me know what your thoughts are about this in the comments section. I'll meet you over there.